to be honest with you, I can't believe that they let him get up the second time. They should never have let him come out for the third round. He battered him.
This is a horrible fighter. Horrible, horrible, horrible fighter. That's the, man, Ramos is a horrible fighter. He's a pussy too. He pussed out. That's the one he pussed out. Yeah. I'm telling you, I saw, man. You can't block fucking hooks, man. Fuck.
Were you impressed, Tio?
No, it was just like a stretch out fight, man. You know what I'm saying? But it's okay. He got the win. That's all that matters.
What do you think about that performance? Anything you like?
He tried hard. You know, he tried hard. But this game is about boxing, you know, and Shakur got the skills to do that.
I want to thank God for putting me in this position, and without him, none of this would be possible. But I had a long week. I killed myself to make weight. All I wanted to do was come in here and perform, and I did everything I could to do that.
Master boxing class by Shakur. Do you think that what grade would you give him tonight?
I would give him like a B+.
B+.
Yeah.
So he's passing that class and moving on.
Oh, definitely.
Do you think that he's got the goods to be undisputed at 130?
He's a very, very smart young man, and I think that as he goes up, he'll still do better. He'll still do good, even at the next weight class. I think so.
It's good shot. All right, time to wake up. Time to do the thing what I gotta do. After that, man, it is what it is. It's boxing. But you know what, man? I know what it is. I know how these people work.
Yeah, you got to put me in that top 5. There's some tremendous fighters there. Since Bud retired, might even put me top 4. So, yeah, I deserve it.
Boxing World reacts after Shakur Stevenson dominant win over Teofimo Lopez. Shakur Stevenson put on an absolute clinic, showcasing precision, speed, and ring IQ that completely outclassed Teofimo Lopez. Every punch was calculated, every movement flawless, leaving Lopez frustrated and exposed. Analysts are calling it a tactical masterclass, proving Shakur's superiority and sending a clear message. Lopez isn't ready for the level Stevenson's operating at.
When you're up that close, like I'm sitting there, Shakur's there, when you watch him in the corner, I always say to fighters, eyes wide open, like as in just to see everything, and he sees everything. He's so good, and he's amazing to watch. I felt very privileged.
Jeff Mayweather believes Shakur Stevenson is unstoppable after his dominant win over Teofimo Lopez. According to Mayweather, Shakur's precision, speed, and ring intelligence completely outclassed Lopez, leaving him exposed and outmatched from start to finish. Now a world champion, Stevenson has proven he's operating on another level. Even with challenges ahead, Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, Rolly Romero, and Gervonta Davis Shakur's victory over Lopez cements him as the elite fighter in the division.
Challenges out there for Shakur. Who do you think is his biggest fight?
Oh, don't get me wrong. I mean, there's a lot of challenges out there. I'm not saying there are not challenges out there for him, but the thing is that I think he's going to get better as he goes up in weight as well. But you have Devin Haney there, you have Ryan Garcia, you have Rolly, you have Tank.
Antonio Tarver and Terrence Crawford are both impressed by Shakur Stevenson's performance against Teofimo Lopez. They highlight how Stevenson's speed, precision, and tactical mastery completely controlled the fight, leaving Lopez frustrated and outclassed. By outsmarting and outmaneuvering Lopez at every turn, Shakur secured the world championship, proving he belongs among boxing's elite and that Lopez is far from ready to challenge his skill and ring intelligence.
I wasn't surprised. I knew he had that in him. I wasn't. Check Tarver's takeout, bro. He did that shit, bro, and he showed the world that he was a pound for pound type of talent. You know, you gotta start comparing him to guys like Purnell Whitaker. You gotta start comparing the guys like Floyd Mayweather because he's going about it the same way. But tonight, he put more of his heart on the line. He stood toe-to-toe with a beast.
Shakur Stevenson stated in his post-fight interview that he gave everything in the ring against Teofimo Lopez. He showcased relentless skill, intelligence, and precision, controlling the fight from start to finish. Lopez struggled to respond, his attempts proving ineffective against Stevenson's mastery. With this performance, Shakur not only outperformed Lopez, but also solidified his status as a world champion and a top pound-for-pound talent.
It's a dominant individual. Even with me versus him and the ref, I did everything I could to try to beat him up as much as I can. He held me the whole night, but I did everything I could.
Teofimo Lopez Sr. raised questions about weight classes after his son's loss to Shakur Stevenson. However, Shakur's performance exposed the limitations in Lopez's approach, showing he was outmatched in skill, strategy, and ring awareness. Stevenson's speed, accuracy, and intelligence made Lopez's size and power irrelevant. By controlling the fight completely, Shakur cemented his world champion status, proving he operates on an entirely higher level.
You want to see him do going, should he stay at 30 or should he move up to 35?
You know, it's going to be a little bit more difficult for him going up to the 135 weight divisions, 140 because of the power, you know. So let's see what happens.
Gervonta Davis criticized Teofimo Lopez's approach against Shakur Stevenson. He noted Lopez's mistakes, overconfidence, and sloppy technique, which Stevenson exploited at every opportunity. From poor defense to forced aggression, Lopez had no answers to Shakur's precision and tactical mastery. Stevenson's performance highlighted why he now holds a world championship, while Lopez's errors reinforced that he is far from ready to challenge elite-level fighters.
I think he just thought so much like the guy was a slouch. He went in there with his hands down, and he tried to force there's so much things he did wrong in that fight. Then he was too big-headed for one. His father was too.
Floyd Mayweather praised Shakur Stevenson and his team after the fight with Teofimo Lopez. While Mayweather remained respectful toward Lopez and his camp, he acknowledged the undeniable skill Stevenson displayed. Shakur's tactical brilliance, speed, and adaptability completely neutralized Lopez's aggression, leaving him exposed and ineffective. The way Stevenson dominated every round proved he's operating at an elite level. Analysts are now debating future matchups, but one thing is clear: Shakur is a world champion whose precision, ring IQ, and control make him a force no contender, including Lopez, can underestimate.
So I'm not gonna sit right here and bash him or bash his dad. I wish him and his dad nothing but the best. Some people was telling me that he wanted to move up to 140. If that's the best for your fighter, then that's what.
Caleb Plant praised Shakur Stevenson following his fight with Teofimo Lopez. He highlighted Shakur's strength, composure, and ring intelligence, noting that every move was calculated and precise. Lopez struggled to keep up, his overconfidence and errors exposed at every turn. Shakur's ability to dictate the pace and control the ring confirmed why he is now a world champion. Plant emphasized that Stevenson isn't just a fighter, he's a tactician, a strategist, and a champion in every sense, leaving Lopez far behind in terms of skill and execution.
Strong, he did good, and he put on a hell of a fight. And he's a hell of a fighter, he's a hell of a champion.
Devin Haney reflected on Shakur Stevenson's performance against Teofimo Lopez, noting the contrast in focus and preparation. He observed that Lopez looked unfocused and unprepared, failing to adjust to Stevenson's speed and intelligence. Shakur capitalized on every opening, controlling the fight with precision and sharp combinations. Haney emphasized that Stevenson's calm, calculated approach not only overwhelmed Lopez, but also solidified his status as a world champion. This performance sent a clear message: any fighter stepping into the ring with Stevenson must be ready for a level of skill and strategy that Lopez was simply unable to meet.
What did you make of it?
At the end of the day,
if you look at interviews before the fight, I was saying that, you know, something looked off about him. He looked like he just really wasn't really focused on the fight. He said my name before the fight more than he even...
Keyshawn Davis praised Shakur Stevenson immediately after his fight with Teofimo Lopez. Hugging and congratulating him, Davis highlighted Stevenson's composure, dominance, and intelligent ring management. Lopez was repeatedly outmaneuvered, his attempts to land meaningful punches thwarted by Shakur's superior technique and strategy. This post-fight recognition from fellow fighters underscores why Stevenson now holds a world championship and is considered among the elite. Davis emphasized that Shakur's combination of heart, skill, and tactical brilliance sets him apart, proving that Lopez was no match for his speed, precision, and fight IQ.
So go on, take your seat.
Keep boxing.
I cannot do this here.
Antonio Tarver praised Shakur Stevenson after his fight with Teofimo Lopez, calling it an unforgettable performance. He highlighted that while hurting an opponent is one thing, finishing the fight with complete control demonstrates true mastery. Stevenson, coming all the way from the UK, dominated every aspect of the bout, leaving Lopez frustrated and unable to implement his game plan. Tarver emphasized that Shakur's speed, precision, and intelligence in the ring were on full display, showing why he is now a world champion. Analysts are already comparing him to elite fighters in history, noting that Lopez was simply unprepared for Stevenson's level.
It's easy to get a guy hurt, but it's great when you finish. You feel me? The dude had an amazing night over here. He came all the way from the UK, bro. It was a big...
Terrence Crawford analyzed Shakur Stevenson's performance against Teofimo Lopez, noting his complete control of the fight. Crawford emphasized that Stevenson never allowed Lopez to dictate the pace or box comfortably. At times, Lopez was forced to abandon his usual tactics and stand toe-to-toe, but even then, Stevenson's ring intelligence and precision kept him in total command. Crawford highlighted that Shakur's ability to adapt, anticipate, and exploit weaknesses was a key factor in his rise to world champion status. Lopez's aggression and attempts to pressure Stevenson were rendered ineffective, and the fight underscored the tactical superiority that separates Shakur from his competition.
He wasn't letting him do what he wanted in there. He wasn't letting him just box his way through the fight, so, you know what I mean? He had to stand there and fight him at times.
Kell Brook reflected on Shakur Stevenson's fight with Teofimo Lopez, noting the clear difference in composure and strategy. Brook acknowledged that both fighters have talent, but Shakur's precision, calculated movements, and timing overshadowed Lopez's overly emotional approach. Lopez went into the fight swinging for the knockout, letting frustration and aggression cloud his judgment, which allowed Stevenson to exploit every opening. Brook emphasized that Shakur's patience, intelligence, and tactical execution secured him the world championship, leaving Lopez exposed as unprepared for elite-level competition.
And both amazing fighters, but you know, I put Lopez up. Look at him, he's an unbelievable fighter. I was so shocked that, you know, he got the loss on the weekend.
Right, so do you think it was completely the wrong tactics? Do you think he fought with too much emotion?
Too much emotion, you know. I think they got too much emotion. He went in there and he was swinging for the houses, you know. He was really going to take his head off, and it should have. When you go for the knockout, you don't really get the knockout, you know. You don't really get it, you know. Sometimes you do, but like I say, if you box and stick to the game plan, what the coaches and what you come up with.
Kell Brook expressed disbelief at Shakur Stevenson's performance over Teofimo Lopez, noting the shock of Lopez's loss. Brook reminded viewers that Lopez had previously beaten strong opponents like Lomachenko, making this defeat unexpected, yet Stevenson's precision and tactical brilliance made the difference. From round one, Shakur dictated the pace, avoiding Lopez's power and exposing his weaknesses at every turn. Brook also criticized Lopez's corner for failing to adjust, as Stevenson's control left him frustrated and ineffective. This fight confirmed Stevenson as a world champion and a force in the division, while Lopez's overconfidence and errors were ruthlessly punished.
Just to go out and just look how he was going off from round one. He got knocked down and then his dad saying to him, go out and do it again. Like, completely wrong, you know, completely wrong tactics in that fight. But both amazing fighters, but you know, I put Lopez up. Look at him, he's an unbelievable fighter. I was so shocked that, you know, he got the loss in the weekend.
Right, so do you think it was completely wrong tactics? Do you think he fought with too much?
Paulie Malignaggi acknowledged Shakur Stevenson's performance while reflecting on Teofimo Lopez's loss. He pointed out that although Lopez was the favorite and has built an impressive career, Stevenson's skill, precision, and tactical mastery left him completely outmatched. Malignaggi noted that Lopez showed flashes of his talent, but Shakur's ring intelligence, speed, and calculated approach neutralized every attempt to impose pressure. This fight not only crowned Stevenson as a world champion, but also showcased the gap between a fighter with elite composure and one still prone to errors. While Lopez is young and can rebound, this defeat exposed weaknesses that Stevenson ruthlessly exploited, proving why he now sits at the top of the division.
Good job, can't take anything away. You know, Lopez was the favorite. Lopez has been super impressive in his career. I'm sure he'll be back. He's got to probably, we all have to assess things after a loss, but he's young, he'll be back.
Paulie Malignaggi analyzed Teofimo Lopez's performance against Shakur Stevenson, emphasizing his lack of discipline compared to previous fights. He observed that Lopez appeared undisciplined and overconfident, making critical mistakes that Stevenson capitalized on with ease. Malignaggi highlighted that at a world championship level, underestimating a skilled opponent is costly, and Shakur's ring IQ, precision, and timing exposed Lopez's shortcomings. Stevenson's ability to control the pace and adapt strategically ensured he stayed in command throughout the fight, ultimately securing the world championship. Malignaggi stressed that while Lopez remains a talented fighter, this bout underscored the difference between Stevenson's elite-level composure and Lopez's impulsive approach, confirming that Shakur is operating on an entirely higher plane of skill and readiness.
I don't want to say overlooked, but I definitely felt Lopez fought a much more undisciplined fight than he did against Lomachenko. I thought Lomachenko, he was so
Looked like he
so
didn't
savvy.
have a plan.
Yeah, and I don't know if he you know, it's a lack of respecting your opponent, which is something that sometimes when you're younger you do. Well, you can't overlook anybody at this level. You know, when somebody's fighting for a world championship, they are very hungry, and they're always gonna.
Shakur Stevenson has proven he's the future of boxing, outsmarting and outclassing Teofimo Lopez to claim the world championship. Fans and analysts are already debating his next big challenge. Who will step up to face the unstoppable Shakur? Don't miss out on all the latest reactions, fight breakdowns, and expert analysis. Hit that subscribe button and join us as we follow Stevenson's rise to the very top of the sport.